Hey guys, um, welcome. It's Wednesday evening. Let's try for a quiet night. Keep things low key. I might do some reading, some favorite stuff. I got Alan Watts on my mind. I quoted Alan Watts earlier. Michael's here, but only Michael's here.
With hundreds of new
Expected Michael and Michael to be here. Bud Files, welcome in, Bud Files. How are you, my friend? Marlon's here. Hi there. Let's just leave it at hi there. Stitch says hi. Hey, Stitch. Dundee says hi. How was your drive, Marlon? So yeah, we're gonna see how the night unfolds. Want to keep it nice and easy. Again, low key. Nothing dramatic. Bring up the old Google machine. Alan Watts. You guys familiar with Alan Watts? I hope so. If not, you soon will be. Hi, Kat. How are you? Tweet a few Alan Watts quotes to get us into the day. I'm going to let everyone know. Let everyone know now that I'm hoping we're just going to have an easygoing, quiet evening. An hour, 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, or thereabouts. Doing a little bit of reading. Anything you guys want me to read? Let's see. Stitch says, hi, sis. And Kat says she is good. I always like this one quote from Alan Watts. The future is a concept. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. We talk about it like it's a thing. When Carl Weathers yells at Rocky, there is no tomorrow. There literally is no tomorrow. When the time rolls around that seems like tomorrow, guess what it is? It's right now. Always right now. Always right now. Here's another quote. No amount of anxiety makes any difference to anything that is going to happen. What I loved about Alan Watts, for one, he didn't take himself so seriously. And he didn't expect people to take him seriously. He said he was not a teacher, that he was a jester. He was a holy fool. Yeah, we can do some breath work. Let me know when you think you might be falling asleep. I wanted to wait for a Squirrel Sniper because I had a breath I wanted to do with him. He's interested in some breath retention. In yoga, it's called yoga pranayama kumbhaka, which for one is mispronounced, for two means retention. There's power in retention. I don't think you have to go crazy with retention, but there's a wonderful pranayamic breath I actually learned from Deepak Chopra, and it's very simple pattern. Breathe in for 4 through the nose, hold for a count of 8, which we don't normally hold that long. Exhale for a count of 8, and repeat. Cass says I used to do breath of retention without knowing what I was doing, and it definitely did some wild things. Yeah, it can. Takes us deep within. That's what Sniper's experiencing. I got you. Breath retention. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right, so we read a few Alan Watts quotes. What else? What else do you guys want? Is there a poem that I've read a while back or yesterday that you guys might want to hear again? Kat says, thanks. I always got you back. Kat. Hey guys, go to Kat's channel. Check out her new short. I've been waiting for this for quite some time, young lady. And it was well worth the wait. Powerfully presented, artistically made, meaningful, and absolutely beautiful. Kat says, Yogi? Yes? I'm going to bring up Mary Oliver. Like I said, I'm just sort of in a mood to read some stuff. But let me bring up Galway Kinnell first. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. You know I like you. You know I like you. However, if I thought you know, because I care about you, if I thought you could do better, hey Willow, I would. I always try. I'd rather build people up than tear them down. I'll never tear anyone down. But I also don't want to give false praise. There's always something to praise. I'll be honest with you. You can always look and find something to praise. But I don't want it to seem like I'm just saying things for that reason. It was really, in my opinion, as a writer of decades, in my opinion, as a student of A Course in Miracles, it was just completely awesome. Hey, Abigail. Willow, how are you? Kat says, so I said. So we will do some breath work in a minute. I just want to wait and see if Sniper shows up. I've probably read this since I've been doing live streams, literally probably 100 times. So let's make it 101. Hey, Anna, because this is talking about channels. This is what I hope to do with my channel, and I'll explain at the end of the poem. This is what I think Kat does with her channel, with her live streams. This is what I think so many of you do. So here it goes. St. Francis and the Cell. The bud stands for all things, even for those things that don't flower. For everything flowers from within of self-blessings. Through sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, to put a hand on a brow of the flower and retell it in words and in touch it is lovely, until it flowers again from within of self-blessings. As St. Francis put his hands on the creased forehead of the sow and told her in words and in touch blessings of earth on the sow, and the sow began remembering all down her thick length, from the earthen snout all the way through the fodder and slops to the spiritual curl of its tail. From the hard spininess spiked out from the spine, down through the broken heart, to the sheer blue milk and dreaminess spurting and shuddering, from the 14 teats into the 14 mouths, sucking and blowing beneath them. The long, perfect loveliness of Sal. Sometimes read that and I think a lovelier poem has never been written. And then I read Mary Oliver and I think, I don't know. It's Cinemax. How are you? So, what's it have to do with my channel? I haven't seen Lucy. I haven't seen Lucy today. I think she might have been early this morning. This has everything to do with my channel. Hey, Jessica. Jessica's, hey, Eric, have a good night. You too, my friend. Because I think that you and I have a sacred obligation. Thank you, Willie. Well, here's the sacred obligation. We are to teach each other our own loveliness. We're to help us remember. We're going to reteach. Everything flowers from within of self-blessings, through sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness. To put a hand on its brow with a flower and retell it in words and in touch, it is lovely, until it flowers again from within of self-blessing. So how about whoever comes in your live stream, that you teach them, reteach someone their loveliness. What do you think that for having a channel? What do you think about that for the purpose of having a channel? What do you think about that for the purpose of simply being alive? Do you want your dharma? Do you want your purpose? People go school, grade school, middle school, high school, college, grad school. And some people find their purpose, or they think they do, and they think their purpose is making money. They think their purpose is wheeling and dealing, or whatever. Being a lawyer, even being a doctor. Maybe, probably not. You want to know what your true dharma is, your true purpose? Your true purpose is to reteach everyone you come in contact with their loveliness. Remind someone they're really beautiful. I mean really beautiful. I mean really beautiful. At the depth, at the core. Remember on the sixth day, Genesis, God looked around at creation and said, it's good. All of it, every bit of it, including me. Pretty remarkable. Lesson 14 in A Course in Miracles is God did not create a meaningless world. And yet we had about 5 or 6 lessons before that. Hey, Danny, how are you? We had about 5 or 6 lessons before that telling us that the world is meaningless. And then we get what seems like a contradiction. God did not create a meaningless world. So how come we had all these lessons telling us the world is meaningless? No contradiction. God did not create a meaningless world. We created a meaningless world. Kat says that's beautiful. Will says hi, Cat and Jack. I don't want to keep you up too late, Marlon. So if Sniper's not here, let's say in 10 minutes, I can always repeat it with him. But let's do 10 minutes. And let's bring up Mary Oliver. It's another one you've heard me read often. Let's see. Willis says, how is it doing? Pretty good. Well, we'll wait. Hey, Big Al.
Hello, everybody.
You broke up a little bit. Right on that big, right on your big introduction, you broke up.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Not good. Not good at all. I am.
You don't sound good.
Terrible.
What's going on?
I'm not feeling great, and I'm having a bad time in my new place.
What's going on? Well, let's take one at a time. What's going on with not feeling good? Got a cold or allergies? Both?
And I keep sneezing, and I think that's my hay fever, but it's just taking
Right.
its toll on me. That with the stress and everything. I've now been my hospital appointment has been pushed back even further because the doctor wants to see me.
I'm sorry to hear that. As I mentioned to you before, I know that you want to get this taken care of.
And now they said I'd be waiting 4 to 6 weeks to hear anything. I waited a bit over 6 weeks. I phoned them, and they turned around and said, "Oh yeah, the doctor wants to see you face to face, so you're not
Well,
even on the waiting list."
So let's go on to the second thing. What's going on with your place?
My kitchen sink's blocked. So I thought it was my washing machine at first. I thought, oh, my washing machine, I've just got washing machine, it's just packed up. Great. But I kind of wish it was the washing machine because the problem's even bigger than the washing machine. So my sink's blocked. It's pushing all the dirty water into the washing machine because the pipes are all connected. Because the water has nowhere.
Right. You keep breaking up, Big Al. Still with us? He broke up for me too, Shirley. You're in and out, Big Al.
I'll leave for now, and I'll join.
Didn't quite catch the last part, but I hear Big Al say that his internet's still not sorted out. He's going to be in the chat, right? Oh, I'm sorry. That was nice. We haven't heard from Big Al in a while. People have been asking about you, Big Al. Well, it says I'm safe because I have help, so don't worry about that. Okay, I know YouTube has problems with things like this, but I have help. I take it to the next step. I know you said don't worry, but that sounded worrisome to me. It's okay, Big Al. I'm glad you checked in. She says, "Oh, Anna, you have long days." Anna does have long days. Big Al says he'll join again when his broadband is installed. Hopefully soon, Big Al. I don't know if you heard me mention, people have been asking about you. They're hoping that you're doing okay. Well, it says there's no need to worry. I always worry when someone tells me there's no need to worry. And it says, "Hi, Sissy, be safe." How long is Sissy? How long is the tornado warning? Michael, how are you? So I'm going to read Mary Oliver. Wild geese. Let's see. Marlon says it's a privilege to have you to worry about, Willow. This is at the top of my list of all-time favorite poems. Hey, Duncan. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Wherever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. So wherever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. Get out in nature, and guess what? You belong to nature. If you walk down a city street and you see strangers and you see separate people going the separate way, you're going to live in a life of separation. You're going to be lonely. I can understand that. Um, I've spent the vast majority of my life being lonely, even in groups of people, even in intimate relationships. I suspect some of you have as well. But the world offers itself to you in your imagination. Imagine that. Cat says, sit under a tree and let it touch you. Exactly. Hey, you ever consider this? And I bet you cash money that cat has. The tree might be longing for your touch. The tree might be longing for your connection. The tree might be extending its roots in your direction, even right now. You ever think that the air is longing for your breath? It's giving itself to you to take a deep breath of life. And your exhalation is feeding back into the air, it's nourishing the trees, it's nourishing the grass, it's nourishing the bushes. We're part of life, we're not removed from life. How can you be truly, truly lonely? Marla says, yes, Yogi, very much so. Sissy says, I've done that. I have no doubt that seems like a very sissy thing to do. I can picture that, even though I've never actually seen you before. Duncan says, at what time do you feel, at what times do you not feel lonely? When I'm meditating, I don't feel lonely. When doing breath work, when I'm very in tune to my yoga practice, when someone truly sees me, and there have been times I've been blessed. There have been times right here on this live stream where I felt truly seen. There have been times when I've been able to hopefully, those that I have seen have felt it and know it. In that exchange, I don't feel lonely. There's a difference between feeling alone and loneliness. Alone means that I am in the realization there's only one thing. There's only God and aspects of God. There's only the source and extensions of the source. Everything here, everything here is meant for you. And everything here, including you, is meant for everyone else. And everyone else is meant for everything. In Buddhism, it's interdependence. Hey, Dan. Dan, how you been? Skit says he's just a yogi doing burpees in his basement. I got that song in my mind now. Skit's his beautiful, beautiful song. Dan, how you doing? Curtis, how are you? Curtis says, so everyone, I'm the former Matty Chuck. I'm using my real name. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, Curtis. Sissy says I've had conversations with trees, especially the one that was my great grandmother's property. Awesome. Kat says that's exactly what the tree said. Everything is longing for your touch. The air, the grass, the trees, each other. And a touch can be very subtle. We can touch each other with our thoughts. Just read a great line. And of course, that um, the mind doesn't need the body to communicate. I can reach out and tell the person that I love right now that I love them without speaking a single word. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Everyone's saying hi. Duncan says, we are yin and yang. I never feel lonely. I always feel God's with you. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. And it says we can touch each other with our thoughts. Yes. Yes, we can. Oh, I did not take my pill. Rosie, coming in just in time. What's going on, Skits? Thank you. I am familiar with that, Duncan. Course of Miracles has a similar. I read it yesterday. If you only knew who walked beside you at all times, you would never be lonely. Now, shoot, sorry, guys. We don't necessarily have to take loneliness as a bad thing. And I'll tell you why. I won't tell you why. I'm going to let Rumi, the great Persian poet, tell you why. I've read this again, another poem, long read. But every time you read something like that, it sinks in deeper and deeper. Listen to the one part where he talks about loneliness, and you'll understand. Duncan says he would take that on board. Do you think? What do you mean, Duncan? Rosie says, "How are you?" Kat says, "Matty Curtis, it's good to see you." Give me 1 second, guys. That's awesome, Sean. Sorry, Skits. It's from our friend Skits. I apologize. Skits says, my friend asked the other night what design I would like for a fridge magnet. And I said, yin and yang, check your message. That's awesome. Rosie says, did you see the baby bird on the nest? Yogi Skits, I've seen a baby bird. I haven't seen that yet. The teaching behind the poem, or the similar one. Yep, that's constantly in my mind, Duncan. Constantly in my mind. But again, let's reframe loneliness a little bit. This is Rumi, the great Persian poet. One night a man was crying, Allah, Allah. His lips grew sweet with the praising, until a cynic said, So, I've heard you calling out, but have you ever gotten any response? The man had no answer for that. He quit praying and fell into a confused sleep. He dreamed he saw Kadir, the guide of souls, in the thick green foliage. Why did you stop praising? Because I've never heard anything back. This longing you express is the return message. The grief you cry out from draws you towards union. The pure sadness that wants help is the secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. There are love dogs no one knows the name of. Give your life to be one of them. So instead of thinking as loneliness being your disconnection, loneliness is your connection. Loneliness is the call of union. So I mentioned before, a lifetime, a near lifetime, going through, I'm going to say, suffering low-level depression. Depression is still present, but I no longer suffer from low-lying depression. There is depression, but the suffering is largely absent. Not through any work of my own, not through any medication, not through seeking any cure. That at a certain point, hey, Maddie, things are as they are. If I were to chase loneliness away, I'd be lonely. But when I sit with it, when I accept it, I realize the message that it's given me. Embrace the presence that is found here. Embrace the presence that is found now. If I'm missing from experiencing loneliness, and I think I'm missing my father, it's a great reminder. I'm not looking for my father. I'm holding memories, and I'm missing the present moment. This present moment holds my father as much as any memory, holds it more than any memory. No, I don't portray it as a negative thing at all, Duncan. It's a thing.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm so sick.
I can tell. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, Selma.
It's okay. I've been throwing up.
That's not good. How's your dad?
He's feeling better.
That's good. Are you feeling any better?
No,
Well, maybe tomorrow.
yeah.
Skid says, Selma,
Hi, Skid.
so I'm going to say something to Duncan real quick. To say that loneliness is a negative thing. There was a large part of my life, it was a negative thing. And I chased it away. I chased it away with bypassing, with spirituality, even with meditation. I chased it away with relationships that didn't serve me. I chased it away with alcohol. I chased it away with other substances and running around. But loneliness can still be present. And when it is, it is. But when you hold it, yeah, that's the thing though, Duncan. I have like no interest in stopping loneliness. Let me read something else that's been. You mind if I read something, Selma?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. This is from Rumi again. This human being is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be cleaning you out. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That has been the great difference for me. That loneliness might be present, but it's a guide from beyond. Loneliness for me, what I still experience, is no longer about people or things. It's more of a longing for the realization, the deep realization that I'm not quite home, but I'm home. Does that make sense? What do you think, Selma? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not quite home, but I'm home.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense?
No.
Do you want me to try to explain it?
Yeah.
Well, let's say we're at home in heaven. Let's say that we're at home with God. God's our home, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I still feel very much here in this world, in this life, in the in comparison to heaven can sometimes feel small. Can sometimes feel like it just doesn't have the meaning of being at home with God. So even though I'm always at home with God, sometimes I forget. And when I forget, I have that loneliness to help me remember. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. And you know what?
I want, and my sister texted me.
Uh-huh.
She's mad at Harrison.
Is that good?
Yes.
Is it good for your sister?
Yeah. Because I tell her everything about Harrison, what he's doing, and and, and then she got upset with my ex.
So it's not good for Harrison.
Not good for Harrison.
And what is not good for Harrison is good for all of us.
Yeah.
No
We
offense.
should
No
put him.
offense.
We should put him in a zoo.
You think so?
Yes, with the monkeys.
We should definitely wag a spoon at him. That's for sure.
Yes.
Skid says, who?
Harrison who?
Who?
Who are we talking to?
It doesn't ring a bell, Skits. Duncan says, do you think that when you say suffered from loneliness implies negativity? He didn't say experience loneliness, which is neutral. Well, if you notice, I made that shift, Duncan, when I talked about suffering, and I said specifically, I'm going to say suffering. I'm going to say as well suffering loneliness. And loneliness certainly feels like suffering. When you do feel that, we could call it a holy loneliness. It has little to do with situations and events and everything to do with longing to be where you already are. It's might be hard to explain. But at this point, like I said, with Rumi and the guest house, it just is. Sort of given up fighting some things. Cat says, laughing, no, he who. Skid says, Runner Boy? Are we talking about Runner Boy? Cat says, we would not do that to cute, sweet monkeys. What do you think of that? Cat's saying that
Um,
Cat's saying that monkeys are too good for Harrison, too good for the likes of Harrison.
elephants?
No, I really like elephants too. I don't want to do that to an elephant.
Crocodile?
Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do that. Harrison and the crocodiles.
Yes. So that crocodile can snip, snip, snip.
Keep him on his toes. That's what Cat says. The gators. Hey, Mark. Gravity Core Fitness is here. Mark, how are you?
Snippity, snip, snip.
Duncan says, Shirley, that's great. It's a comforting thing to have with you. It is. I used to have the Prayer of St. Francis taped to my visor, is what it's called. Mark says, we are great. Thank you, Yogi. Glad to hear that. Are you settled in back from your vacation, Mark? Cat says, yes, gators or crocs.
I prefer both.
Wow. He's getting both. That's big.
Yes.
Duncan says, so if you're being honest, if you have moments of feeling lonely, do you feel worse when you don't feel loneliness? Do you feel better? It's a good question. I can't say I feel worse. I can't say I feel better. It's its own thing, Duncan. It's its own thing. It sweeps in on its own. It's not triggered by really events or people. It sweeps in. It stays as it stays, and it's gone when it's gone. If I were to push it away, that would have the suffering. Accepting things as they are alleviates the suffering. And then seeing that it's actually a message provides it with meaning. Not my meaning, but a deeper meaning. Let's see. Kat says, hey, Yogi, hummingbird. Awesome. And I love you. Thank you, Kat. Kat, I love you too. What about you, Selma? Do you love Kat too?
Yes.
She's pretty easy to love, isn't she?
Yes.
What about Skits? Do you love Skits?
Yes.
I love Skits too. He's pretty easy to love too.
Yeah.
What about Anna? Do you love Anna?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Let's see. Who else we got? Do you love Shirley?
Yeah.
I love Shirley too. She's really easy to love too. What about that guy, Squirrel Sniper? You love Squirrel Sniper?
Yes.
Yeah. Sound to me like you especially love Squirrel Sniper.
He's funny.
He is funny. He's also a good friend. He's also very protective of his friends. He will, hey, you want to know something, Selma?
Yeah.
When you have Squirrel Sniper on your live stream, when Squirrel Sniper is in live stream and you and I are talking, you are 100% perfectly safe. Squirrel Sniper's got your back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else? Who else? How about Gravity Core?
I love Skits and Sniper and Duncan and Dundee and Puppy Mommy and Yogi.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that Yogi guy. He's my favorite.
That's you.
Oh, well, that's okay. I can be my favorite, can I?
Yeah.
All right. Skit says, "Yay, I love you too. I love you all too." Kat says, "Yogi, do you think that's something carried over from another lifetime? Is that what you'd call a sim care?" That is what we would call a sim care, and that's an awesome question. And it could be. It very well could be. It's an emotional imprint And the practice of yoga has helped me become aware of it. Sniper says using is can be seen as creating artificial distinctions when none truly exists. In this view, it reinforces the illusion of separateness. Yeah, we got to use language though. Kat says, "What about you, Duncan? Do you experience loneliness?" Kat says, "Wait, is Squirrel trying to make someone a snack? Are you getting a snack? Hey, I don't know. I hope Sniper has made enough for all of us." Duncan says, "So it's not a problem then, I guess." No, I wouldn't consider it a problem, Duncan. I would just call it something that happens. I'm not saying I don't have problems. Boy, I got problems. I got 99 problems. Duncan says, "Cat, no, never. Slightly strange, but no." I don't know if I would consider that strange, Duncan. Some people are just wired a little differently. You know what I mean?
Wait, in the bottom it says, "Are you gay?" No, he is not gay.
People are allowed to ask, though. It says, "Hey, Squirrel, give someone her snack. Give someone her snack back. She might be hangry with you." You know what hangry is, Selma?
Yeah.
It's when you're hungry and angry at the same time. I don't know if you're hungry because you're angry or if you're angry because you're hungry. Sniper made you a jelly sandwich.
Yum, yum, yum.
Do you want peanut butter on your jelly sandwich or just a jelly sandwich?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. Cat says, "Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid Squirrel Sniper was going to make some of his next snack." Oh. Sniper says, "Carson, are you happy too?" Well, if he is, and if he knows it, what can you do when you're happy and you know it, Selma?
Clap your hands.
Clap your hands. Are you happy?
No.
No, I'm sorry, Selma. Are you not happy because you're not feeling well?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, because you're laughing with us and having a good time. You know, they do say laughter is the best medicine. And it really has been that case with me for a lot of times. So maybe just laughing with us a little bit will help you feel a little bit better. Duncan says, "I think I talked to myself." He thinks he talks to himself too much to feel lonely. Duncan, you know, my every interaction with you, you've always been very positive. You've always been very kind, very positive. And, you know, I was saying that sometimes people are wired differently. I think that you are just wired as a very positive, loving, caring person. Simply says, "Carson, please respect everyone." Let's see. Saying it, Carson. Now we can't get to know you. Well, we can see what he has to say next. Sniper says, "Carson, you seem trouble. Have 5 minutes to compose yourself and maybe try harder at communicating." Thank you, Sniper. Skid says, "Let's go jelly sandwiches for the win." So what else is new, Selma?
Next year I'll go to Texas.
You are? What are you going to do in Texas?
Be with my family and and play with the kids.
Nice. I spent a day in Texas once. I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy going home because I had to stop at Atlanta and missed they canceled the connecting flight to take me back home. I had to spend the night in the airport. Kat says, hey, Yogi, if you just click on someone's name, you can see what they said in your chat instead of having to hunt things down. I did not know that. Oh, so let's see. Channel activity. And I just brought Kat up. And you know what Kat said? Kat says, hey, Yogi, if you just click on someone's name, you can see what they said in your chat instead of having to hunt things down. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So why didn't I know this before?
Hey,
Hey, Jamie Jones. It's been a bit. Jamie says he does cartwheels. Prove it. Not that I don't believe you. I just want to see you do a cartwheel.
Prove it.
What about
you?
What's that?
Prove it.
Skit says, and mushy peas for dessert. No mushy peas. Duncan
Yes.
says, no mushy peas. Duncan says, so Eric, tell us one of your problems. Let's see if we can solve it. I like puzzles. Well, I'd have to think of my problems right now. I can't think of anything offhand. The 99 was, who sang that song? Skits will know. I got 99 problems. Do you know that song, Selma?
No.
I got 99 problems and something isn't one of them. Well, I got a transportation problem, and the problem has led to some more problems. The cars that I've been looking at all present other problems as well. So if I were to buy a car, hey, Maddie, the cars that are in my price range, I'd have to spend some money to get them fixed up, spend some money to get them on the road, legal-wise, which is what led to the problem of me losing my last car to begin with. So I'm starting to wonder what I should. And I wouldn't consider that a problem. An inconvenience, maybe. Duncan says, Soma, do you think you would feel happier if we solve a problem for Yogi?
I'm still sick, but I'm laughing.
Laughing's good for you. Skid says, depending on weather, I make a smoothie or a mushy pea ice cream. That does not sound good, Soma. I might need a spoon or a straw. What do you think of mushy pea smoothie? Mushy pea ice cream? Would you eat that, Soma?
No.
No, me neither. Sip says, Eric, what about a carpool? Well, I wouldn't really be able to participate. I'd sort of feel, of course I could pay for gas. That's a thought. I don't know if there's anything available like that. I mean, I could always do a Lyft or Uber. Kat says, we're giving you new stuff, but by bit, so not to overwhelm you. Oh, Skid says Jay-Z. Thank you. It was Jay-Z who said, I got 99 problems. Sissy says, I'm having a watermelon and banana smoothie right now. Storm has passed. We're getting a storm right now. You might hear the thunder rolling through.
I cannot believe the hell they got me sick.
I can believe it. Hey, Anna Maria. Anna Maria, I apologize. She says, "Good evening, friends in the chat. Miss Yogi, hope everyone has a blessed day."
Hi, Sissy.
Hey, Sissy, how are you feeling? She wasn't feeling good either. She had go ahead.
Right now, I'm feeling weak. My body's hurting. I don't have strength.
I'm hoping today's the last day you're feeling this way. Tomorrow you're going to feel even better. Duncan says, "Could you use a bike?" I thought about a bike. I thought about an electric bike. And Kat presented me some exploding evidence or evidence of exploding. And then I looked it up, and yep, fairly often, which is disconcerting. If it was like something that happened every once in a while, the reason I was thinking an electric bike, because it's not like I need extra exercise. The bike would be purely for traveling and not for exercise. I'd rather run. I'd rather walk. Biking for me feels a little like I'm disconnected from the earth. I'm not saying it is that way. I'm not saying it's that way for everyone. Just for me, I feel like I miss a lot. Like when I'm walking, when I'm running, I can pick up worms and help onto the side of the path. I see things up close. But when you're biking, I've seen some people on bikes run over things inadvertently, accidentally, never on purpose. Hurt some things. Sissy says, "When we bike and a jump rope." Yeah, you mentioned the jump rope before. You were thinking of a weighted jump rope, right? Zipper says, "I traveled mostly on roller skates in 1998 for 9 months." Wow. Kat is making soggy carrots right now, so I can put them in my smoothie. How do you make a soggy carrot? Sissy says she has a sinus headache, but I'm doing better. Sorry about the headache. Maddie says Chloe said hi before she fell asleep. Well, good night to Chloe. Anna Marie says Nathan says for skits, we're at Mushy Peas. What did Oh, okay, now I see. Anna Marie says Mushy Peas are almost as bad as soggy carrot. I'm gonna have to agree with Anna Marie on that statement. It's no surprise of anyone. So a bike might be a good idea. Definitely worked in central London and just needed to get half a mile down the famous Baker Street from Sherlock Holmes. So I took my skates and never looked back. So I changed jobs. Hey, Eric. Stuart Ashley's here. Says, "Hey, Eric, hope you're having a good day." I am. Thank you. Hey, Marlon, are you still with us? Duncan says, the bike is for travel, though. You would be more connected than in the car. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. Sepper says, "Jamie, Marlon, did he fall asleep?" Kat says, you just cook him. So that's the recipe. Recipe is 1 carrot and then cook them.
I like carrots.
Do you? Do you like them cooked any specific way?
Yeah.
How do you like them cooked?
Soft.
I actually like my carrots raw or juiced.
Yeah.
The only vegetable I've really cooked, I cook potatoes. Tomatoes are actually better cooked because it releases um, the key ingredient lycopene, which is good for the eyes, good for the prostate, but it's released when you cook it. So it's actually nutritionally more bioavailable when you cook it. And I lightly steam broccoli and kale. Although I have and can eat both without steaming. Jamie had said hi to everyone. Jamie Jones. Anna Marie says, I slammed into the back of a bus on a longboard on the way to class. Not too far back to avoid a turtle. Definitely agree. Walking makes me more centered. Take more. Walk in peace, board for speed. I agreed, Anna. Let's see. Maddie says, Jamie is a minor, Miss Yogi. He was in my channel. Thanks, Maddie. Yep, Jamie's been here before too. Kat says, so no, I'm not making those kind of carrots. Oh, you get soggy carrots by leaving them in the fridge too long in a bag. So I've been told. I think that means more slimy carrots. I think there's a difference between soggy and slimy. Zipper says the concept, the question that becomes, are we truly defining what is, or are we creating it through our linguistic declarations?
Oh, yeah.
I go with both what hey William, Tao Te Ching and of course miracles, as well as Judaism, and of course it says words are but symbols of symbols, twice removed. Kat says, I can't believe he waited 5 minutes. Oh, Carson's back? I didn't see him come back. What did Carson have to say? Persistent. You gotta admire that persistency in someone. I don't see Carson. Let me look on my phone here. Sniper says, Carson, we do not do low vibration here. You stand out like a sore thumb. I suggest you keep flicking through to a more selected channels for you once. Excellent advice.
Thank you,
So-
Sniper.
I told you, Sniper's got our back, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's got our back.
He does. Shirley says, Azir thought about not getting a car. Trading thoughts around, how best to approach it. In a confused state on what I should do.
That's this love, Sissy says.
What did Sissy say?
Hi, Stitch Love. Sissy.
Kat says, Carson, come back when you want to have some friends. We will be here. We will be here. Hey, Stitch. Stitch, our friend Duncan's here. Kat says, hi, Stitchy. Do your friends understand what your climate is like? Yeah, I think so. Maddie says hi to Shirley. So I got a friend who used to own a car dealership, and I've been sending him different cars that I've looked at that are close to my price range. And he's like, "Well, this one would need at least an additional once you bought it, $1,000 to work on it, and this one, uh, and he's not trying to shoot down my thoughts. He just wants to make sure that everything works out well. So I appreciate that. And we'll see. Stitch says, "What did I miss? We're just hanging out." I guess Marlon went to bed. I apologize. He wanted to do some breath work. Sniper, did you want to do some breath work with breath retention? I was going to do something specifically for you. Shirley says, "I've looked at Subarus in your area, and even high mileage ones are high priced." Yeah, they are. And I've looked at others. Nissans, you guys recommended Nissans. It doesn't have, I thought all-wheel drive would be nice, just to be safe. As my friend pointed out, right now there's a little bit of a fear in the economy, so things are a little higher priced. So, what do you think, Shirley? I'm always open to suggestions. Well, it's a good question, Duncan. I don't need immediate needs. I don't need to travel really far. It would save me some money though. In the long run, I do miss going to be honest with you. I don't enjoy driving. Never have. And of course, when I was with somebody, sorry, I got to disengage a cat from my leg again. Why she keeps insisting on doing that? Kat says, "Have you looked outside of your area?" Yep, I've looked in the Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Delaware area. I think you need an enclosed vehicle with room for at least one passenger. Agreed. Once, twice a week, but having a vehicle also opens up be able to go back to the bookstore, which I haven't been to in a very long time. When I was in my relationship with Mocha, she loves to drive, and so even when I had my car, and even when I had my own car before that, she would always want to drive, because she knows I just didn't enjoy it that much, and she does enjoy it. And I wouldn't say she's a car person, but she enjoyed having a nice car. Me, it was a means to an end. It got me from point A to point B. Skid says, "I suggest you take a car. You buy a car that will be cheap but reliable, so you can travel around and take us on tour." It's a good suggestion, Skits. Skid says, "Ask Jace Bro. He has great car knowledge." I've talked to Jace a bit about it. Shirley says, "Yes, Skits. Ask Jace." David says, "I'm going to put it out there in ethers in a special ritual." That's sort of what I've been doing, is surrendering it to when the time is right, the right car will appear. or Dan or LaPointe, we have discussed your vehicle situation. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that there's absolutely nothing that Dan and Eric LaPointe don't know or can't fix. You know that Eric LaPointe is actually an electrician.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
yeah. And Eric is funny.
Sniper says, just wondering why you're on half vertical screen. Am I on a half vertical screen?
What?
Sniper said he was wondering why I was on a half vertical screen.
I never heard of that.
Nope, neither have I. Sniper says it will happen. It's already started materializing as we speak. Hey, Chicken Academy, how are you? I've been talking about that. Sniper. Cat says Selma was just so quiet. Yes, that's true. She was. Because Selma is backed out. I think that's it, Shirley. Sniper says, now I know Selma has been quiet. Yep. Chicken Academy says, back in the house. You guys probably heard me tell this story before. The Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the founder of Transcendental Meditation, wanted to buy college. Imagine that, someone wanting to buy an entire college. And this is when he was pretty new in America. So he eventually became very, very rich. Billionaire probably. But at this time, he didn't have a whole lot of money. But he was becoming famous. He was, the guru to the Beatles. And he was asked, where are you ever going to get the money to buy college? Because he wanted to teach yoga and Ayurvedic science as well as meditation. And he said, wherever it is now. So I was reminded of that today. There's only one source for anything. God is always the source.
Mm-hmm.
So if I leave it to the source. Shirley says, nonsense. What do you mean, Shirley? Oh, Shirley says, oh, my dear skits. Sorry, I get excited about Yogi talking about scooters or something like that. Yeah, I did talk about scooters for a bit.
The reason why I was so quiet is because I'm tired.
Well, I'm glad you're still hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Well, it says, it would be nice if I could manifest enough to scrape by. Not meant to be, though. I'm sorry, Selma. It's good to Shirley, I really cannot wait to see Yogi traveling about freely, living his best life, having many beautiful new experiences. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly pressed about it, about the traveling. I enjoy a quiet life. Of course, there's people I want to see, but I can make that happen with a car, without a car. So it says uni, oneness, our verse, our script. Well, we can make something happen for you. It says,
Guys,
well, go ahead.
do you wanna look? Do you wanna see me because I look horrible?
Well, you were not able to sing, are you?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Too bad Toy Pups isn't here. She could sing for both of us.
Yeah, and they wanna see me because my hair is looks like I got electrocuted.
Hmm. So you saying you think I should sing?
Yeah,
I don't know what I would sing.
pooping up the place.
You want me to sing "Pooping Up the Place"? That's not my
Yeah.
song. That's your song. I could never sing your song.
It's fine, you can.
I could never do it. I wouldn't be able to do it justice.
Can Sniper do it?
If Sniper wants to come up and sing "Pooping Up the Place," the floor is all there. Sniper can snap up and sing it. What do you think? We have a request, Sniper.
Sniper,
Oh,
do you wanna sing pooping up the place?
Shirley says transportation is key to independence in the U.S. It is definitely helpful, isn't it? Guy says, William, as long as you keep the belief that it wasn't meant to be, you will continue to create the reality for yourself. Sniper says, I have a reputation on the line. I think you can do a pretty good job, Sniper.
Skits, do you wanna sing pooping up the place?
I wish we had an even better train system, Shirley. I love trains, and it would be awesome to be able to hop on a train and be anywhere in the U.S. for like minimum amount of money. No, I don't think you're being smart at all, William. Because says you're the show within a show, and a show. There we get some light. The show must go on, brother. Or be free to push yourself to do more. I believe in you. Thanks, kids. Thing is,
Do you wanna see me?
sure,
I look horrible.
you would never look horrible.
Look at my hair.
Your hair looks fine. It looks nice.
It's all over the place.
You want to see a mess? Look at my hair.
You don't have any hair.
No, now you told me. How embarrassing for me.
Wow.
All this time I've been bragging about my hair, and now I find out I don't have any.
Wow.
Sampa says he's staying away from anything after 1989, before voice synthesizers came in and made everyone sing like a robot. I think it's even worse now, isn't it? The voice modifiers. Kat says, we love seeing your beautiful self, Selma. We do. Maybe Skits would come up and sing Pooping Up the Place.
Yeah.
Skits, do you have a rap song for Pooping Up the Place?
Oh
want to
my
hear
god.
rap? You want to hear a rap version?
Yeah.
Skits says, smile, Selma, because he's doing all right. And we're on a roll.
Hey, hey.
That's what he said. He said, hey.
Yeah. But I can do the sign language. Do you want to see me?
Sure.
Without singing.
Which one are you going to do?
The song, I'm doing a white song.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. That was awesome. Skit says he can't because it's 10 to 12 a.m. in his neighborhood. He'll probably get mad. The neighbor will probably get mad if he sang, but he will make a rap song up tomorrow. That's awesome. Anna Marie says, I love the hands.
Thank
Sniper says,
you.
now anyone can sing and become a 5-minute idol, but long as they dance on a checkerboard floor. Yeah, I've heard videos, some fairly famous people without the voice modifier. The thing is, some of the best musicians ever don't traditionally have a great voice. No one can say Bob Dylan has a great voice, but it's Bob Dylan. Same with Neil Young. So many people.
Bob the
So-
Builder.
What's that?
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
Does he sing?
It's a theme song.
Gotcha. Anna Marie says, really do hope you get to feeling better, sweet Selma. Also, everyone else in the chat who is under the weather. Thank you, Anna Marie.
Thank you, Anna.
Kat says, hey, you know those little fluffy aphids? If you take a photo of them and blow them up, they look like fairies. Well, that's pretty awesome. Do you have a photo, Kat? Is that the song? Bob the Builder, we can fix it. Bob the Builder, yes, we can.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard that song. My cat seemed to like it. Shirley says, Kat, let us know when we should urge Yogi to go to bed. Would you? Kat says, not anymore. It's going to be soon, Shirley. Probably a couple minutes. We did over an hour live stream. And we read some poetry and we hung out with our good friend Selma.
Yeah.
Semper says, Jim, Triad, feel terribly. The Bob took over. Hey, Skits. Cat says, would I know? Skits is laughing.
Meow.
My cat is laughing. Selma and my cat are having a conversation. Chloe says, well, I can tell when Jason's tired. I'm almost always tired.
Meow.
Hey, she's talking to you. You hear her?
Meow. 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 Meow.
Say something.
Meow.
Chloe says, sorry, back not good. So, Kat says, let's do breath work. Let's do breath work and go to bed. I've talked about this with Squirrel Sniper. We're going to do breath for tension. There is a deep and profound silence in retaining the breath. Do it without any strain. If at any time you feel like it's a strain, hold your breath. End it soon. Are you? Do you want to do some breath? Willow says yes. I was just going to ask you, Willow. So what we're going to do is breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to hold the breath for a count of 8. This is a longer breath hold, so this is a little more advanced. Then we're going to exhale through the nose for a count of 8. Use that Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath, the ocean breath, to help us extend the breath. Who says, think there would be much value to a channel parroting information others have spoken? I think how it would be presented, William, and I think you might do a good job of it. I think channel-wise, William, you would be successful in whatever you put your energy towards. Kat says, what you wanted to do with squirrel? Kat, that's a leading question. So that's the breath I wanted to do with Sniper. Breathing in for 4, holding for 8, exhaling for 8. We're going to do 10 rounds of it. For those who wish to participate, Remember, it's an advanced. If you can hold it for 8, reduce it to 6. And exhale for 8. So for those who are going to participate, tell me you're going to help me.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I like having my co-teacher with me. Go ahead, for those who are going to participate, and close your eyes. And bring a soft focus to your breath. We want to breathe through the nose. We want to exhale through the nose. In and out. Bring an easy attention to the belly, and notice that when you breathe in, your belly expands gently and easily, and when you exhale, your stomach falls back. With that reminder, enter that ujjayi breath, the ocean's breath, that gentle snore. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to begin with breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Profound silence for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let go of the breath. Allow it to settle into its own natural rhythm. releasing it all together and just being breathed. Enjoying the space that you've created using your breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I will see you in the chat. We're going to say goodnight.
Harrison texted me.
What did Harrison have to say?
I didn't read it yet. I'm kind of stay on.
You don't have to read it, you know.
Yeah.
You could hit the delete button right now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Sniper says that is great breath work. I thought you would like it, Sniper. That is classic Kumbhaka, again, which means retention. And it's a yogic pranayama, yogic breathing technique to lead us into it, again, that profound state of silence that lies between every breath. So when we're retaining the breath, remember what Herman Melville said? Silence is the only true voice of God. So we go in that breath retention and we just listen. We just be. Kat says, beautiful. I'm glad you guys liked it. Willow, were you able to do it? Good says, thank you, Yogi. Namaste, everyone. Namaste to you. Tomorrow, it's Thursday.
Cat and Jack is coming tomorrow.
You remembered. That's pretty awesome, isn't it, Selma?
Yeah.
You like hanging out with me and Cat and Jack?
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us.
I like Cat and Jack and Yogi and Puppy Mommy together.
It's a pretty good combination. Hey, Pinky. Pinky says, hey, Yogi, what's up, everyone? Hello, my friend.
Hi, Pinky Pink.
Try to achieve Friday Eve. Yep, we'll be live with Cat and Jack tomorrow evening, and we already have the subject picked out. The subject is living Course in Miracles. You often hear us talk about a Course in Miracles. You hear us talk about lessons to teach, but the Course is meant to be lived. And the entirety of the Course is to remove every block to the awareness of God's presence in your life right now. So you only work the Course, the lessons, as a remembrance. But at some point, you have to live it. May as well, as our friend Sal says, why not now? Why not? Why not you? Why not now? Sipa says I choose 12 instead of the 8 hold. So the 20 looking forward, maybe Eric would do Saturday instead. It's the solstice. I'll do it anytime you want, Sniper. So eventually you want to work up with that breath where you're doing 12. You would breathe in for a count of 6. You would hold for a count of 12, and you would exhale for a count of 12. The exhalation for a count of 12 takes a little bit of work. Most everyone could get the retention now, probably. But the exhalation for a count of 12, you got to work your way up to it. So there would be profound changes in your central nervous system if you did that breath every day. It would make you calmer. It would reduce blood pressure. It would reduce, slow your heart rate down. All of that needs to be kinder. If you're more patient, you're kinder. And if you're kinder, you're more patient.
You should go to Canada to visit Puppy Mommy.
You think so?
Yeah.
That would be fun. It would be fun. I've been to Canada. I really like it. I've been all parts of Canada. Western Canada and Eastern Canada, and pretty far up north. Sniper says he does struggle with long exhalation. that's where mastering the Ujjayi breath really comes in helpful, because now we're extending, releasing the breath instead of having it come out all at once. So if I breathe in for 4, exhaling for 12. It's all about that Ujjayi breath. That felt really good. When you lengthen the exhalation, you enter more deeply into the parasympathetic state, which is that rest and digest state. The longer the exhalation.
You okay?
Yep.
I'll be right back. Gonna see what Harrison said.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Selma, we're going to go ahead and shut things down, and I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone good night for me?
Yuki said goodnight, and he loves you and God bless you. And he will see you at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
1 o'clock. 5:25.
And who are we going to see at 5:25?
Cat and Jack.
Cat and Jack. And it's going to be awesome. Because it's Cat and Jack. Cat says, good night, beautiful Yogi. Good night, beautiful cat. Disciple says, what time, Selma? And she got it again.
5 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 5:25.
That's it. Perfect. Good night, Skits. All right. Good night, beautiful friends, says Cat.
Good night.
Shirley says, no offense, Cat, but I hope I'm not up for our morning stream. Understood, Shirley. Picky said hi. Picky said, good night, everyone. Good night, Picky. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Much appreciated. All right. Love you guys. Selma, send in prayers your way that you feel better tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so, too. All right. Sweet dreams, everyone, and good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sweet dreams, and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Bed bugs. I don't want bed bugs. And now you're telling me they bite? Oh, man. I'm never going to get to sleep tonight. I'm going to be up all night guarding my bed from the bed bugs. I'm going to build a moat. I'm going to dig a trench. I'm going to fill it with alligators. Good night, Selma.
Good night.